Good morning, everyone. This is Gail Dudley with your news in motion. Today is Monday, February the 15th, 2021. For many of us, we're saying it's President's Day, so good morning to all of you. Good morning, Jeffrey Allen James. Good morning. How's everyone this morning? How are you? Good morning, Lee. Good morning. I figure people are probably sleeping in today because it's a holiday. They don't have to go to work. Good morning, Dana. Good morning, Brenda Randleman. Good morning, Stephanie Burbridge Hall. Good morning. Good morning to all of you. So you're probably saying, good morning, Shirley. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. Hey, y'all, listen. Good morning, Donita. Good morning. What's up, people? So glad y'all hanging out with me on this morning. I was like, this is a sleep-in morning for so many people, but news always continues. Good morning, Jacqueline. Good morning. Yay. Good morning, Diane Ladybug. Good morning. Good morning, Adrian. Kudos to all of you who got up this morning when you could have stayed in the bed. Good morning to you for sure. Good morning, Felicia Williams. Good morning. Wow, y'all. Wow. Good morning. Okay. You know what, Brenda? Excuse me. Good morning, Kenya Noel. You know what, Brenda Randleman? I'm gonna tell y'all what's going on. If you see me sitting here, good morning, Deborah Johnson. If you see me sitting here stiff and not moving much, because I am actually in great pain this morning. So this is the outer appearance, but what's really going on with my body, I am in some serious pain. Good morning, Tony. Good morning. So let me tell y'all what that is about. Good morning to my sister, Patricia Laus. Y'all know I've been exercising every day since February the 1st. And good morning, Kim Edmondson and Karen. Well, me and Beyonce had a lot going on when I was doing the rowing machine. And I actually reached out to Nawana. Good morning, Marion, because she was like, hey, I don't see any movement on your Apple Watch. And I was doing the rowing machine, and I could feel it. I could feel something wasn't right, but I kept rowing. And as I continued to row, good morning, Mary Jenkins, I was feeling this pain, but hey, what they say, no pain, no gain. So I was doing that. And when I woke up the next morning, good morning, Awana, when I woke up yesterday morning, I could not move, like literally, like it hurts to even get up. So even when I sign off today, don't laugh, when I slowly hit the button to sign off, I am in so much pain. I cannot tell y'all. But it was like, oh, but we got to still give the news. My husband was like, you just can't give him a note and tell him you're not doing that today. So even with that said, I know we asked this a couple of weeks ago, but if you know of somebody who could fill in, sometimes it may be last minute, put their name in the thread, or better yet, inbox me a name to say, hey, I think this person would be good to do the news. They would do it their way, of course. They would do it their way, their brand, their way. But it's real. So that's what's happening with me today. So if you see me being stiff, that's what it is. If I move too quick and I go, ouch, that means I pulled something else. So that's what's happening. So let me get you all to the news today. So first off, before I do anything else, Kenya, I'm allergic to ibuprofen. I can't take ibuprofen. So before I do anything else, y'all, today is my dad's 85th birthday. So happy birthday to my daddy. Yep, and today is also President's Day. Demia and Kim Edmondson. Good morning, Pastor Nat. So y'all need all y'all sending me some prayers this way. All right, impeachment in motion. So what happened? Well, they voted to acquit him. This is the filibuster that we talked about. They needed 2/3, so they needed 17 Republicans to come and join them to be able to convict him. But they did not have that. There was many highs and lows on Saturday. There was so much going on. First, they were going to call witnesses. Then they weren't going to call witnesses. Then they were. Then they weren't. Then they made a deal with Trump's his attorneys. It was just crazy. It was just crazy. So the deal was they was going to be able to submit that article, that memo. So that happened. The Senate vote was 57 to 43. They needed 67. But it was the most bipartisan impeachment vote in history. So that happened. 7 Republicans joined the Democrats, saying that they incited insurrection. Then you had other GOP members going at the GOP members who voted to convict him. So that's happening. GOP Senator Bill Cassidy, who voted to convict him, told ABC George Stephanopoulos that he supports a complete investigation into what happened on January the 6th. Well, now his party in Louisiana, the Republican Party, the executive committee voted this weekend to unanimously censor Bill Cassidy. So now Bill Cassidy can't even talk to the public anymore. Is this crazy, y'all, or what? Is this crazy or what? Speaker Nancy and House managers went. So some of you may say, well, what happened? Because all of us saw this performance of Mitch McConnell on Saturday. His performance. I'm calling it a performance. So he voted to acquit Donald Trump. But then when he got to, good morning, Kenny Stanley, when he got to stand up and to give his speech as the minority leader, he's now the minority leader, he wants to chastise and say that Donald Trump did incite this. And it's like, what? But you just voted to acquit him. So as that all unfolds, that you know what's going on, he's a politician. Well, he knew what he was doing. He was already 3 steps ahead back in January. When Speaker Pelosi and the House managers walked over to hand him the articles of impeachment, he would not receive them. And that was on January the 15th. He would not receive them. He said, no, I think we should do this after the inauguration. The inauguration is coming up, so we'll do this later. Inauguration is 5 days away. We'll do this later. Well, once the articles have been written and voted on, you cannot change them without sending them through to another vote. Well, again, Nancy's the bomb. She knows how to count. She knows how to whip those votes. She knew she would not have those votes because things changed in the House. Things changed in the House after the election. So she waited. Well, when they read the articles, if y'all watched my thread, my personal thread on Saturday, I had posted a long time ago on early Saturday morning. I said, based upon how the articles read, he will not, the GOP, and really law, no one should have voted to convict him because it says he will be removed from his seat. He no longer had his seat. He no longer had his position. So they were written in the language of him being a president, not as a citizen. I know we don't like that, but that's what's happening. And then you had the filibuster that came into play, which is 2/3 as well. So Mitch McConnell was already playing, as my husband says, chess. Democrats played checkers, Republicans played chess. So he already knew. And based upon the law says you have to have proven. Well, the law read as if he was a sitting president. He is not. So all of that. But here, y'all, this is where we have to continue to do our part as citizens of the United States, as voters, and make sure we hold these individuals accountable because they can now do something else, which is the 14th Amendment. So people are like, nope, it's time to move on. No, we're not going to move on. Mitch just gave this performance, this speech. So let's call him on it. Let's incite the 14th Amendment. Let's make sure this man never is able to run again and that he does not get the briefings that he's receiving currently. So there's so much that can be done there. And for all of you who are joining there like, why is she sitting so still? My back is so stiff. I can't move. It's so painful. But I wanted to still bring you the news. Good morning, Deborah. Good morning. So that's what's happening. So I'm sure y'all are sick of it. You heard it, but I want you to understand what took place. Those articles read. Now, I would have still voted to convict him, seriously. But the articles read to be removed. The moment they said that, he's no longer a sitting president. He's a citizen of the United States of America. So that's what happened. Good morning, y'all. So that's what happened. So there's still so much there. They're now going after the 7 who voted alongside the Democrats. Even within their own party, they're having infighting. So they have a lot going on there. So we need to keep talking about that. And what I want to share is that, y'all, 2022 is coming quickly. It's coming rapidly. And what we have to do is make sure we are voting and that we are registering people to vote now. Let's not wait until election cycle starts. Let's start registering to get people to vote now. Every week, I know this may sound crazy, but every week, have a go to register one person. If all of us will have a go to register one person every week, we can have all these people, but then not just get them registered, but to make sure they vote, even in what people call an off election. But as you can see now, there's no such thing as an off election anymore. There's no such thing as an off election. All right, y'all. In other news, the Hill is reporting that the one attorney, Michael Van der Veen, one of the former Trump attorneys, defense attorneys, said that his home was attacked, that he has been attacked, that his family has been threatened, all of those things. He was saying in his news conference, y'all, I'm just doing my job. And he really was just doing his job. That's what attorneys do. There's attorneys who take cases every day that really can't stand the person or believe that they are guilty, but that's their job. So it depends on what kind of attorney you are. That's their job. So y'all, he was doing his job. So let's pray for he and his family. And my understanding is that he has young children as well. Let's pray that they are not hurt in any way. The White House deputy press secretary, TJ Ducklow, he resigns following reports that he threatened a female journalist for reporting his relationship with the separate journalist. Now, he gave his apology letter was probably 5 paragraphs long. It was actually a beautiful apology letter. And he goes on, and as that whole thing is unfolding, and it's going to be interesting to see what President Biden will do with this. As it's unfolding, it came to light that TJ has stage 4 cancer. And that all the medication that he has, that it alters a person's thought and their thinking process, their thought process, and it alters what they say. And they're looking into that, saying, it could, his words could have come from all the medication and irritability and how he was being irritable. I don't know. I'm not protecting him in any way, shape, or form. But they're saying it's going to be interesting to see what President Biden will do with his resignation letter, because I guess it's stage 4 brain cancer like what his son had. So it's going to be interesting. But his apology letter, and everyone said he sat there at his desk before he departed and wrote that out. His apology letter actually brought me to tears. So if you get a chance to see that, just Google TJ Ducklow, and that's Ducklo, and just read his apology letter. You can tell how genuine it was, how authentic it was, and how he really meant every last single word of that. So let's pray for him. Some good news. Meghan and Harry are expecting again. I know I just had to throw that in there. Archie, their son Archie is going to have a new sibling. This came straight from HuffPost. It also came from Politico. It came from the UK news. They are expecting a child. They say, we can confirm, this came straight from the Queen. We can confirm, or the Queen's office, that Archie is going to be a big brother. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex are overjoyed to be expecting their second child. And they're making a really big deal of this because if y'all remember, she wrote an essay in the New York Times back in the summer, I guess it was like September, October, where that she had a miscarriage in the summer. And that she was changing her son Archie, and she felt a sharp pain, and she grabbed him close to her. And when she hit the floor with her son Archie still in her arms, she started singing a lullaby to try to calm both of them. So there's that. Y'all, and here's this. Now, I don't want y'all to get too excited. Good morning, Brian Costin. I don't want y'all to get too excited. Please, please, please continue social distancing. Continue to wear 2 masks and continue to wash your hands. But y'all, the average daily coronavirus cases in the United States have dropped below 100,000. And that's the first time in months. They said in about 10 months. So that's good news. With that, here are the numbers. The numbers are confirmed cases, 28,261,470. Again, that's 28,261,470. Deaths, 497,174. Deaths, 497,174. Recovered, 18,224,288. Recovered, 18,224,288. So y'all, let's celebrate that recovery. Let's celebrate that the numbers are going down. Praise God for that. For those of you who are just joining, if you're like, why is she sitting like this? My back is in so much pain. I'm being very cautious of how I respond. All right, y'all, the CDC is calling for schools to reopen soon. Many schools will begin reopening right after the spring break, because so many of this will be going into spring break time. The CDC also released guidelines on how to quickly reopen schools. All right, y'all. The federal government began shipping 1 million COVID-19 vaccines to retail chains across the country, including Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, and Kroger as part of the federal retail pharmacy program. Y'all, 6,500 pharmacies will get the doses to start, but the goal is to eventually hit 40,000 locations. So they're rolling out, y'all. They're rolling out. Again, except you decide what you think is best for yourself and your family. But they're rolling out so you can get your appointment if that's what you're going to do. Now, get this, y'all. They're saying that the real power player in all of this vaccine distribution is going to be Walmart, which will receive 20% of all doses sent to pharmacies by the government. They're saying they're doing this because Walmart are usually in places where there's limited health care already. There's limited health care resources. And as you know, President Biden and the CDC and their team, including Dr. Fauci, they're trying to target those areas under this pharmacy program. So kudos to them for being strategic and trying to get this out there. So kudos to them for being strategic. All right, y'all, for the win. I know I'm not my upset, but y'all, my back, if y'all only knew, what y'all see out here is outer, but what's happening in my back is unbelievable. And hear me, if you want to start exercising, do it. But do it slowly. Do it, good morning, John Gore. Y'all, do it. Before I get to the win, again, I have been loving exercising every day, loving it. So when I share with you, I'm just letting y'all know, I wasn't even going to tell y'all, but I cannot, from my neck to my back, I can't move. So even when I get up from this chair, trust me, my husband's going to help me out this chair. He was like, just cancel it. I said, nope, I got to give him the news. I got to give him what's happening. We are a family, plus I need them to pray for me. But y'all, I was doing the rowing machine and I was jamming. I was jamming to Janet. I was jamming to Prince. I was jamming to Beyonce. And I could feel it when I was rowing. And I was like, I thought, that feels a little strange. But I kept going. And I'm telling y'all, yesterday, I could not move. Even today, I could not move. It is killing me. Yes, you're right, Kenya. Back pain is no joke. So if y'all see me this straight, that's what's happening. So I just need y'all to pray for me because it is so much pain. But listen, I'm not going to quit. Yep, I'm going to rest. I'm going to do whatever the doctor tells me to do when I go see them today. I'm going to rest. But I'm not going to stop exercising. I'm not going to stop eating right. Because I even said to myself this morning when I had to get out the bed, and it took like forever to get out the bed. I was like, even losing the weight, this is news too, y'all. Even losing the weight that I have gained will help. Now, the pain might still be there, but it would help. So y'all, even in the pain, even if you have a roadblock, don't stop if you've started this. If you started some sort of journey, don't stop just because there's a hiccup. Don't stop. Don't stop. And trust me, this pain, I could easily stop. So I've been doing some ice, some heat, and I'm allergic to ibuprofen, so I take Tylenol, just trying to help until I get to that doctor or two of my, look, I know we in COVID, but trust me, I would go see a massage person. Trust me, I would go see a massage person. All right, y'all, for the win. Before I go to the win, I have the win for the most hilarious trivia we did on Friday. I can't believe y'all had us rolling. Y'all had we were cracking up at y'all. So the person who won the gift card, doesn't mean that later on you'll do yoga with me now. You know, everything I keep reading, Kenya says that yoga is the way to go. I don't know. That verdict is still out. The verdict is still out. You feel something is not right at your age. Stop that exercise. Did you just bring in age, John Cooler? So I can't even laugh like I want to. That's not even fair, John, to even have me laughing like this. I can't even laugh like I want to because it hurts. I know. But, you know, I was trying to whatever. Anyway, yoga maybe. So back to the trivia. Y'all had us absolutely. First of all, I'm going to say this. And hear me, I didn't know all the answers either. When I was putting it together, we were putting it together, I was like, they did that? Who's this person? Who's that? And I started reading about them. So y'all, we really need to, seriously, people, we really need to know our history. All of us. And that's not a slam. That's not a slam to anybody. So please don't hear it as a slam. But we laughed so hard. At all of y'all. Y'all, thank y'all for the laugh. We were cracking up at y'all. And we put the answers up. I didn't. Kia put the answers up. So y'all should be able, y'all should be able to see all the answers. They were on the bottom of the thread from Friday. But y'all, we need to really learn our history. We really do. So, so after we put it all in there, after we went through all the things, y'all just all tied pretty much. So anybody who had at least one answer correct, your name went into the app to where we draw a name. And most of y'all who participated had at least one answer correct. Oh my God, y'all were hilarious. There were some of you who you had a half of an answer. So if you had more than one answer correct, we put your name in there for every answer you had correct. So some of you had 5 correct answers, so your name went in there 5 times. So in the end, when we drew it all, and this person has been trying to win for a very long time. The person who won the trivia is Deborah Johnson. So congratulations to Deborah Johnson. You will receive your $50 gift card to the to Mahogany Bookstore. Again, that's the brick and mortar bookstore in Washington, D.C. And the newest one will be opening in Maryland soon. So you will be getting that gift card. So congratulations to Deborah Johnson. But y'all cracked us up royally. Y'all had us in tears laughing at y'all. But on the for real note, then I'm gonna get to the win and I'm gonna get out of here. But for real, as they say, for real. Going through this trivia for us, we were like, we didn't even know half these things. And I'm thinking, what do we need to do? Deborah says, hallelujah, thank you. What do we need to do to make sure we learn our history? Because y'all, those 14 questions had a lot of rich information in there. So what do we need to do to know our history? So that's just a side note. And I'm just as guilty going through it. I was like, are y'all sure? I was checking to make sure it's right. So they have 518 products. I was checking to make sure it was correct. Because I didn't know. So I just think, we need to do something with that. So anyway, for the win, somebody sent this in. I don't remember who it is. And trust me, being on the computer this morning, I couldn't do it. Christopher Stone, age 10. So if this was you who sent this in to me, please put your name on here. Christopher Stone, age 10, and Abby Meeker went to Westerly Hospital at around shift change when doctors, nurses, and other staff members were walking to the parking lot. And this was shared on CNN. They kind of made it a game. What they did was during the snow, they were cleaning off the nurses and the doctors and staff and janitors and whatnot cars, so they didn't have to. So they said when the drivers would use the remote to start their cars or to unlock their cars, they would rush over to the car and clean them off. They would clean off all the snow. So Christian Stone, age 10, and a family friend, Abby Meeker, Meeker, that's Abbey, they are for the win because they sat outside the hospital, said, for hours cleaning off cars for the staff. And that was any staff, doctors, nurses, other staff members, janitors, receptionists, whomever. So they get the win. They get the win to help them out. Y'all, the inspirational message today is never give up. And I'm going back to this whole back issue. Yep, I might be down for a moment, but never, ever give up. I look at, we get excited about things and we can go all in on something and we can give it our all. And the moment people hit a roadblock, we look at that sometimes as to say, oh, I'm giving up. No, don't give up. Never give up. Or we look at that to say, oh, this wasn't for me. Or we look at something like that when we hit a roadblock to say, nope, I'm not moving forward. I want to share with you all today, never give up. It is so easy to turn your back on something and give up and say, I'm done with this. But never, ever do it, y'all. Don't give up. There's so much there. So, for example, I'm still making my 28-day health commitment during Black History Month to make sure I'm getting to my place of being healthy. One thing I started doing yesterday, I was drinking water. I was drinking water, more water than I have drank in a long time, which caused another problem because I had to get up and go, what water does. So anyway, drink water. Then it was, what can I do differently? How can I can't do the rowing machine, which I found out I love the rowing machine. Okay, well, I can't do that right now. So what else can I do? Well, I have a Peloton bike in there. I can do that. Or I can do the elliptical machine. But right now, I can't even do the elliptical machine. Right now, I can't even do the cycling machine. Okay, so I just walk in place. Okay, can I lift some weight? What else can I do? Can I breathe? Because y'all, breathing is also a part of exercising that I'm realizing many of us don't do anymore. We breathe the way we talk, but we don't take time to listen to our heartbeat and to take deep breaths in and deep breaths out. So what do? So yeah, Demi, I love it. I love it. Yeah, Kenya, water for the win. And so, I started thinking about how many people try things. You try to open a business and you're like, this isn't happening yet. And we're like, take time. Let's take News in Motion. Y'all, this started the Monday after Father's Day. And on an average, we see anywhere from 25 people who are actually hitting the live button, sometimes up to 50 people. But then we get views. There may be 100 views. It may be 300 views. There's times there's been 1,000 views. But it's like, don't look at that, Gail. What is your purpose? What is your premise for coming to the table to do this? Is to deliver the information. If one person gets that information, that's all that needs to be, because that one person will more than likely go and share it with someone else. So when you're starting something, don't look at you're going to start out with 5,000 and 6,000 people either following you or reading your blog post or buying your products. Be grateful and thankful for those who are helping you launch, whether that's 3 people or 5 people or 25 people or 100 people. Start somewhere. You start a consulting company, you start a coaching company, and you say, well, I only have 3 clients. No, you don't only have 3 clients. You have 3 clients, and that's a celebration. 3 is better than 0. So let's say you want to say, okay, I want to start dealing with my debt. I want to start somewhere. Just start knocking it out, regardless of how little or how much you give to that debt. Start knocking it out. So you want to pay a medical bill. So start knocking it out $5 at a time if that's all you have. If you have more, give more to that. If you say, well, I want to just really become debt-free to buy a house. Well, go ahead and start looking at the houses you may like. Don't wait. You can go to different programs. You can go to Pinterest. You can go to Instagram. You can go to the app called House. It's Houzz, and just start looking at what kind of house you may like. Start talking to a realtor. Go to some real estate classes to see, what do I need to do to purchase this house. Start somewhere. Start dealing with your debt and then go purchase the house when you're ready. Same thing with the car, same thing. Some of you are like, well, maybe I want to go back to school. Start taking those, and I'm talking to myself here too, start taking those steps to do whatever you need to do to get those things in order. Get your reference letters, get your recommendation letters, get your transcripts from your previous college, get whatever you need, have those things in order. Some of you may be saying, I want to start something new. I want to do a triathlon. Well, start working out, start doing whatever it is that looks like for you to do it. Whatever it is, you may say, I want to learn how to cook. Start cooking. Start doing something to take those steps. And even when you hit a roadblock, y'all, don't give up. Don't give up when you hit a roadblock. All right, y'all, that's all I have for you today. Y'all pray for me. I got to call my doctor. Pray for me. But I am Gail Dudley. This has been your News in Motion. Do me a favor, everyone. Stay well and make moves.